Alright guys, Tom Lawrence here from highlyeffectiveleader.com. When we talk about people skills, we usually mean leadership skills. What is the number one skill of any leader? Empathy. A lot of people throughout the world do not know what it actually means to understand the person. I was one of these people for a very long time in my life. I didn't know how to really listen to a person, and I didn't know how to have empathy with a person. I thought that to empathize with someone meant that you have to sympathize with them. But there is a difference. To sympathize with a person is when you have the same feelings as them and you share them. To empathize with a person means that you don't have to share the same feelings as them, but you do understand the feelings of that person. Having a discussion with a team member and either agreeing or disagreeing with them is not the same as understanding them. A highly effective leader will always try to understand their team member first before giving any opinion, feedback, disagreement, or agreement. However, there are team members who will think that when someone is understanding them, that they are actually agreeing with them. This is a mistake. So it's very important that when you want to understand one of your team members first, that you ensure to let them know that first. Otherwise, there'll be a misunderstanding on your team member's part. A highly effective leader not only wants to communicate with his or her team, they want to connect with them. How does a highly effective leader do this? Well, firstly, they state very clearly to the team member they want to talk to what their intentions are. They may say something along the lines of, "I want to understand how you visualize things and why you visualize them in that way. I'm not going to give my opinion on the matter, nor am I going to disagree or disagree." This sets the foundation for the communication. Then, to connect with the team member, they will listen more than they speak. They will use their ears a lot more than their mouth, and let the team member do the talking. It's important that when you are listening, you understand the meaning of what the team member is saying. I talk a lot about influence and how as leaders that to increase our influence with others is how we lead. However, in the case of trying to understand our team and connecting with them, allow ourselves to be influenced first. By understanding the team member first before they have the opportunity to understand you, it is like you are passing the baton of influence onto them. They have taken the reins of the leader in this communication. What you are basically communicating through your actions of understanding is, I am patient, and I want understood first before you understand me. You are important to me. It doesn't seem like a lot, but doing this can be very powerful in communicating and connecting with your team. By passing the baton of influence, by the time you receive the baton back, your influence will have increased a lot more than you expected. If you were to do the opposite and try to get your team member to understand you first, then they will not listen to you. They will probably be not aware or know how to really understand someone as you now do. So because they think you don't understand them, they will try to talk over you to help you understand them, and the communication will ultimately break down. They will use their mouth a lot more than they will use their ears. But if you do what we discussed before and understand the team member first, then they are a lot more prepared mentally to listen to you. They will want to understand you, and by doing this, they are passing the baton of influence back to you. Your team member will want you to influence them, and are happy to be influenced by understanding you. When a highly effective leader communicates and talks to their team, they want to be understood by them. If they are talking to someone who is not listening to them, then that is a complete waste of their time, so they will stop the conversation. When listening to their team so that they can understand, they reassure their team that they are listening. They do this by saying things like, I can sense that this is a very emotional subject for you, or I can tell that you are excited and want to talk about it a lot more. Or, if you would rather talk about this another time, I am always available to listen. Other ways that a highly effective leader assures their team that they understand is by repeating what their team member said. If there is more people involved in the conversation, then by repeating and rephrasing what the team member said will allow the other team members to understand too. This is a good trait to have, and it is very effective when the conversation is emotionally charged or the topic is very important to the team. A highly effective leader may say things like, "Can I just repeat what you have said?" Or, "I think I understand you correctly. Is this what you mean?" Or, "I hear what you're saying. Is this how you're feeling about it?" A low-performing leader will want to be understood first, so will put all of their energy into talking more than listening. Most of the time, they are misunderstood because what they're saying is mostly negative. People switch off when listening to negativity, unless both people are negative. The negative team members who I've worked with in the past, every single one of them were the same. If what they were saying wasn't understood or nobody was listening, they would all do the same thing. They would become very frustrated, so their voices would get louder and louder. Some of them would become very animated and kick things or push things over. It's interesting to listen to a low-performing leader talking to another low-performing leader. They are both looking to be understood first, so they are both talking at each other. They are not talking to each other. In the end, nobody is understood, and the communication breaks down. In the end, it is up to us when we talk, but it is up to others on when they listen to you or not. Being part of a team, whether it is an engineering team or in any other industry, for it to work, then we must understand each other. As a highly effective leader, we must allow others to be understood before ourselves. If the communication is between 3, 4, or 5 people, then we must still allow everyone else to be understood before ourselves. That is what passing the baton of influence is, and what it means to connect with your team. What we must also do as part of a group communication is to step in from time to time. If a person is speaking to allow others to understand them, then as a highly effective leader, we must allow the person to be heard. If someone talks over the person, then we must step in and tell that person to wait their turn to speak. It is not being rude on our part, it is being courteous towards our team. Understanding our team first and allowing them to speak is a trait of a highly effective leader. But what about understanding ourselves? Before we have the ability to understand others, we must first understand ourselves. To do this, we must continue working on ourselves every day. When working on ourselves, we will understand our own strengths, weaknesses, likes, dislikes, and our capabilities. Highly effective leaders work on themselves every day to understand themselves. I urge you to do the same. To really listen to a person, what are you listening to? We listen to what they say, the tone of their voice, how loud they are speaking. But to really listen, we must listen to how they feel and how they think. So, action steps that I would like you to complete following this video. Number 1, become a leader with empathy. Work on your empathy and what it means to have empathy with a person, especially your team, friends, or family. Understanding another person is a huge trait of a highly effective leader, and this is one that we must practice every single day of our lives. The difference being empathetic towards someone can make is huge. Number 2, as we discussed in the previous video quite extensively, listen to your people to understand them. Do not listen to reply and talk over them. Listen more than you talk. In fact, listen 80% of the time when in conversation with your team. Remember, when they feel heard, they feel cared for. Number 3, Allow yourself to be influenced by your team. By understanding the team member first before they have the opportunity to understand you, it is like you are passing the baton of influence to them. This will help them in developing their own influencing and leadership skills because, as we know, leadership is influence. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to keep learning more strategies on leadership, personal growth, and influence that will benefit you in both your personal and professional life. Connect with me on my other social media channels too to keep in contact and up to date on what I am doing. And please visit my website, highlyeffectiveleader.com, to learn even more valuable strategies in the area of leadership, personal growth, and how you can increase your influence. Please download my free ebook, Inspire Your People, by clicking the link in the description below this video.